Today, I'm sharing small appliance storage and organization in the kitchen. If you are someone who prefers to keep your smaller appliances off the counter and out of sight, this video is perfect for you. The only appliances that are kept on these counters are the coffee maker and the coffee grinder, which are used every day. The KitchenAid mixer is also currently kept on the counter. However, this kitchen is on the docket for a mini makeover, which includes more cabinets, a few of which will be an appliance garage. Everything will be easily accessible, yet also behind cabinet doors. In the interim, it's due time to clean up the current situation. If you have a blind corner cabinet like this one, I'm sure you can understand the frustration that comes with it. It's much deeper than the standard cabinet, items are inaccessible and hard to reach, and they get lost. It's also very dark, making it challenging to see anything in the back. They do manufacture blind corner pullouts or a swing out shelf, however, this space is going to be organized without those. This is not a good cabinet to store several smaller items like Tupperware, however, I'm hopeful that since some of the items in here are on the larger end, like crock pots and a George Foreman grill, it will be more forgiving. The issue isn't with the larger appliances, it's with all the small pieces like the Ninja blender and all of its attachments, the egg cooker, the hand mixer, waffle maker, etc. Those items don't have anything to contain them, therefore they're just thrown in the cabinet. First and foremost, everything was removed from the space. This was also a great opportunity to go through and determine what was worth keeping and what could be donated. This is also a great opportunity to give all of the small appliances a good wipe down. Even though they've been behind doors, they still accumulate crumbs and a little layer of dust when they haven't been used in a while. The shelves were also vacuumed out and then wiped down to create a fresh, new, and clean space. In an effort to keep those shelves sparkling, shelf liner was cut to size and added to both the bottom shelf and the half shelf in the middle. While cleaning, I found an outlet in the back which is used to power the dishwasher, which prompted me to immediately get onto Amazon and purchase motion sensor LED strip lights to brighten things up a bit. I have used battery-powered lights in kitchen cabinets before and have determined that they are not for me. I'm not good at changing the batteries or charging them, and they eventually all die. Install was fairly straightforward. The sensor needs to be placed somewhere where it will sense, you guessed it, motion. In this case, it's going next to the door. That little black magnetic strip that you see there must have been from a prior battery-operated lighting system. They are incredibly challenging to remove. There are two cords that plug into that sensor, one for the power and another for the lights. It did come with an extension, which in this case was needed. A cord cover kit was used to keep those wires in place. This is something you can pick up at Home Depot. I'll also link it in the description box below along with everything else mentioned in this video. Popping the cable in was a little tricky, and I found that twisting in a flathead screwdriver helped with that installation. There is an extremely sticky adhesive on the back. Once these are placed, there is no moving them. As for cutting these, I used a miter saw, which should not work out well at all, and ended up splitting the plastic pieces. Perhaps a handsaw would work better. The remaining cord was wrapped up and tucked behind the dishwasher's drain hose and then plugged in. The light strips also had an adhesive on them, which was adhered on top of that cord cover. This project only required about 4 feet of LED strip lights, however, the kit came with 16 feet. This brand is cuttable so long as you cut where indicated on the strip. However, I hate waste and I'm hoping I can find a way to use the remaining 12 feet elsewhere. These lights made a night and day difference, no pun intended. When putting everything back into this space, it was important to determine which appliances were used the most. Those needed to be located at the front to make sure there was no digging around every day. In this case, the air fryer, toaster, and blender are the 3 most used items. Not many organizing products were required for this project. I only really needed something to corral the smaller items. Everything used in this space was picked up at Target. These opaque bathroom bins are a huge favorite. They're sturdy, stackable, durable, and aesthetically pleasing. I'm constantly organizing spaces with them. The first bin has the hand juicer along with the infamous Dash mini waffle maker. If you have holiday themed mini waffle makers like a Christmas tree pumpkin or Valentine's Day heart, I suggest storing those in that particular holiday's bin. Unless, of course, you are in need of a large quantity of waffles and don't care what season of or holiday that waffle represents. This brand makes so many fun waffle plates, it's honestly a dangerous rabbit hole to go down. I just googled Dash and found about 4 waffle irons that we certainly don't need nor have the space for. Personally, we have 2, a Christmas tree one and a regular one. However, after talking about it, I kind of want another. I digress. The second bin has the egg cooker and all of the accessories that go with that. This was an Amazon purchase, and after using it, I can say with confidence that I don't think eggs will ever be boiled in our house again. If you are a bulk hard-boiled egg eater, or maybe you just want 1 or 2, this is the gadget for you. The third bin has the hand mixer along with those attachments. Keeping accessory pieces together is the key to success. Circling back to the cabinet, when putting everything back on the top shelf, the toaster was placed all the way to the right for easy access. This is something that is used daily. The toaster was also set on a tray to hopefully cut down on all of those rogue crumbs. This tray is actually advertised for bathroom storage and organization, however, it was a perfect fit for this toaster. Next to that is the juicer and waffle maker, followed by the egg cooker, and last in line is the hand mixer. To the left of all of those bins is where the smaller crock pot will be stored. There is still quite a bit of space left on this top shelf, however, it's pretty challenging to access, so we'll leave that empty for now. The skillet needs to go on the bottom shelf. There is no other place where this will fit, and it barely fits there as it is. This little gadget is a dicer, which is primarily used for tomatoes. It comes with a few pieces, and eventually it will be replaced with something more simple and less cumbersome. Also kept in this bin of miscellaneous items are a few pieces that go with the skillet and the air fryer and any other smaller items. This bin is going to be kept underneath the shelf here. The large space in front is reserved for the air fryer since this is the only place where that will fit. Pushed back in the far corner is the larger crock pot. It's something that isn't used nearly as often. And in front of that is the George Foreman grill, which again is a less used small appliance. One of the biggest issues with this space was keeping all of the blender pieces together. This blender / food processor contraption is frequently used, and it's important that it is easy to access. Target has some new organizing supplies, and this bin seemed to fit everything pretty well. It's going to be pulled right up to the front so that it's visible and easy to put all of the little pieces away. The last appliance for this cabinet is the giant air fryer. It is understandable if you have an air fryer and the only place that it will fit is the countertop. It's an appliance that is likely used a couple times a week, if not daily, and taking it in and out of a cabinet can be a task. Because it's used so frequently, it was equally important that it was extremely convenient to get out and put away. I thought that it would fit here, however the door wouldn't shut, so a little rearranging was in order. The miscellaneous box was pushed behind all of the Ninja gear, and then I changed my mind and decided to move the smaller crock pot down there and shift that miscellaneous bin up to the shelf next to all of the other bins. Now that everything has a place, let's add some labels to our new bins. I gravitate towards vinyl labels, which are cut with a silhouette machine. The Cricut brand is a similar die cut brand that is very popular as well. The label is typed up and sized on the computer and then sent to the machine to be cut. Transfer paper is then applied, and all of the extra vinyl is then weeded out. Once those labels were finalized, everything was added back into that cabinet. There we have it, small appliance organization. If you have a corner cabinet like this, I would love to know how you keep it organized. I would also love to know how you store your small appliances.